Hello, my friend. If you feel worthless as a human being, it's very hard to be in any form or shape useful in the world, and it's even harder to be content or to have any kind of happy moments in your life. Self-worth is the start of everything else in a way, but ironically, it derives from everything else. So you can't start by simply trying to build up your self-worth. What you have to do instead is to start learning things and doing things, joining things, communicating with people, and generally speaking, test yourself, educate yourself, and search for ways in which you can become who you are. If you don't have a sense of self-worth, it probably just means that you have very little sense of yourself and who you are, and that you have been told that you are various things, or that you have character traits or other characteristics that are unpleasant and unworthy, and that you therefore want to distance yourself from. And quite rightly so, my friend. Why should you fill your mind and your sense of who you are with negatives? It is much better for you to reject them and think little of yourself than to accept them and to start thinking of yourself as a bad person or a rubbish person or a person for whom there is no room in this world or no place on this earth. Those are the more troubling things, but they do come with this lack of value in your existence. And the lack of value in your existence does not originate with the intrinsic lack of value in you as a person. It only comes from the lack of positive experiences and learning and reflection in order to absorb that learning, because it is all those things that are going to compose a gradually growing sense of worth in yourself. So you need to begin to ask yourself how you're going to go about that. And that is all about reaching out, my friend, because yourself is not some kind of magic circle, and it is not enough to withdraw into the circle of yourself in order to gain value. You never will do it that way. You will just isolate yourself, become more cut off, more estranged, and more out of touch with your own capacity. So, what you need to do is to open your mind and your heart and ask yourself how you want to engage with the world. And when I speak about engaging with the world, I am thinking about how you're going to make more of your physical existence, which would be by learning physical skills, lots of skills, sporty skills, agility skills, skills of doing tasks for other people, skills of work, skills of leisure, skills that are useful to the world. And there are so many of those that you can just keep learning them. You can learn to be good with animals or with plants or with people or with childcare or with machines or with vehicles or just with your own body as a gymnast, for instance. Skills of the body will help you to start to feel worthy. It's the best place to start. If you just learn to walk and to enjoy walking and to start feeling that you're a good walker or that you're great at finding your roads or your way around the countryside by using a map or a phone, if you just do that, you will already start to get a little feeling of worth. If you learn how to make a fire or how to go camping, anything like that will help you feel worthy in yourself. And don't tackle things that are too hard. The secret of building self-worth is to do it one step at a time and to begin in small ways. And when you're building up these physical skills and this new learning about yourself in the physical world, then begin to build up your social skills as well. Communicating with other people, expressing your feelings about things, expressing your observations about things, asking people how they are, paying attention to other people, learning to get to know many, many people, learning to speak to people you do not know in a very gentle way, and to see how valuable you can be to other people by starting to do things for others and get the feedback to that. Make yourself useful in your community and it will make a big difference. And only as you're building up these ways of being physically and socially in the world, then turn to your inner world and start to begin to retrieve and harvest all the good things that you are and you have learned in that time. And start to learn to give yourself positive feedback as well as thinking about yourself a little critically in order to ask yourself what more you might be able to do. So learn to stop having negative thoughts about yourself by simply recognizing them. Whenever you think something that is the sort of comment about yourself that only very hostile people would make to you, then you learn to block and you say, no, that is not me. I will not accept that thought about myself. Think in terms of how you want to improve who you are and how you are. And start thinking about finding people that you can exchange views about how you perceive each other. That is something that will really build your internal world. And as you do that, you will also start to become aware of what your values are, what your purpose in life is evolving to be, and what your project is for the life that you're living. What is it you would like to achieve, my friend? How do you want to evolve and develop in this world, my friend? Because self-worth comes more and more as you start recognizing that you're in a process of evolution and maturation, and that you are learning day after day, and that as you pay attention to increasing your own value, this becomes easier and easier. So, my friend, never accept a low self-worth. all that means is that you haven't yet gotten around to building your worth and to building the value of your own life and of all your relationships on those many different layers of existence. You can do this, my friend. It is just how life works. And all of us can learn to build much more value for ourselves in the way we are in the world. There is no need for anything other than being a person who is open-minded, open-hearted, and willing to learn and practice and put it to the test and not be put off when it all doesn't go well straight away. Learning takes time, my friend. Be patient with yourself. Just keep going. Take care.